Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Parity dots by PjoeterBliep. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, so in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have these white dots in the grid. They separate consecutive digits. So if this was a 2, I should say, this could be a 1, or it could be a 3. We just need these to be consecutive in some way. Not all of them are necessarily given, meaning we could do 2, 3 here. There could have been a white dot. There's not. That's perfectly fine. And then the only other rule we have is that these two circles are odd digits, 1, 3, or 5. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. All right, well, let's actually just color a bit. There's a lot we can color. So what am I coloring? Well, orange, I'm going to make all of our odd digits orange. And we're given that these two are odd. So we can just make those orange. I'm going to use blue for even. Now, if you think about a white dot, there's 2 consecutive digits. And consecutive digits always have one even and one odd. They just go every other, even, odd, as you move across the number line. Just think about it for 2 seconds. It's obvious. And so we're going to be able to alternate even, odd across white dot chains. So these are both even, and then this is odd. Now, can we translate this further? Yeah, so this is a nice trick here. We know that there's one even and one odd in every white dot. So even though we don't know which is even, we know one of these is even, and that uses up our evens. There's only 3 evens. And so this column can't have another even. This has to be odd, and that makes this even. We probably have that trick in more places. Oh wait, we know this is even, so let's mark that. This row is interesting. We got a bunch of white dots, but one way through this, I guess, would be to say there's an odd in one of these and an odd in one of these, and that makes this even. We can finish the column with odd and then also make this odd and this even. We know there's an even in one of these two. So that's all the evens for the box. So this has to be odd, which makes that even and that odd. That's even, that's odd, that's even. Finish the box with even. Even if we have all 3 evens in this column, so these are odd. Oops. Did I mess up one of these? Yeah, yeah, I have 4 evens in this box. Let me go back. I think I marked it wrong. Okay, this is odd, this is even, this is odd, and that makes this odd. Makes that even, that odd. Sorry, I messed up. That's even. And then now we have one of each. Okay. Or sorry, one of each left. But this is even for multiple reasons. Okay, and this is odd for the white dot. All right. We have our last odd in here, so this is even. We have our last even in here, so that's odd. I don't know that we have, do we have more that we can do here? I'm not sure that we do. I think we might have to think about numbers now. I think chains like this and like this, like where they all share the same row, comma, box, or this chain here, those are going to be very useful to think about because it limits the middle digit for sure. Because the middle digit, for example, this cannot be a 1 because 1 would force both of these to be 2. So if it can't be 1, then it's 3 or 5. This is also 3 or 5. And this middle digit can't be 6 because it'd be surrounded by 5. So this has to be 2 or 4. So surrounding this 3, 5, if it was a 3, we would have 2, 4. And if it's a 5, we'd have 4, 6. Notice that always uses the 4. So basically this can't omit the 4. If it was 2, 6, we're not bridging the gap with 1 digit between 2 and 6. So this has a 4 in it, meaning this can't be a 4. So that's a 2. And so that's going to be surrounded by a 1, 3 pair, putting the 5 there. 5 is going to be next to 4 or 6. This is in the middle of a chain as well, this blue. So it can't be 6. So it's 2 or 4. So this across this chain, or we can think about either chain here. This could be 1, 2, 3, or it could be 3, 4, 5, but it cannot be a 5. I guess we already knew that. But 5, 5, 4, 3 actually would have worked, but it can't be a 5. Next to 4, 6, we can't put a 1. So the 1's not here and the 1's not here. So this is our 1. That's 2, that's 3. And then that's, yeah, that's 4. We get the 3 and the 1 here. We get the 6. That's a 5. So we're going 6, 5, 4. Now this could still be the 5. Oh, except this 6 looks down here. That's 5. So this can't be 5 anymore. So that has to be 3. This row finishes with a 1, which makes that 2. Okay, we're doing well. This is a 1. 1 goes with 2. 5 goes with 4 or 6. Maybe we can do something here. Oh, Oh no, this is a 5. So this could be 4 or 6. This could be 4 or 6. So that's not going to resolve it. This is 4 or 6. All right, there might be just some Sudoku that we need to do at this point. We know that the even on here is the 2, because 2 just where 2 goes in the box, and it can't go with 3. So this is a 1-2 pair. We don't know what order, but that does mean that it uses up the 2. So this is 4 or 6. We already knew that though. Okay, is there more I can do here? 3 looks in here. Do I have more coloring? Oh, I need a 3 in this column. This 3 sees here. That's not 3. So this is our 3. 3 in the corner, and it is orange. That makes this blue. It is definitely a 4-6. That makes this orange and a 1, which actually resolves our 2 and a 1 up here. So that's even and that's odd. We know that the odd on here is not the 1. So it's 3 or 5. I don't know if that's helpful. Is there... Down here we need 4, 5, 6. Let me just... Oops, not color. Let me just put 4, 5, 6 down here. Probably just penciling's the way to go here. 2, 3, 6. It's not 2, that's not 2. So 2 in this box goes here. Yeah, it's just an easy way to find that. This is 5 or 6. Oh, 6 would require this to be 5, and that sees a 5 already. So this would be the 5. And this would be the 6. And that gives us the 4 and the 5. At this point, coloring is just making it take longer to solve, but that's okay. This can't be odd because we have the 1 in the... sorry. We have all 3 odds already. This has to be even, so it has to be 6, and that's 3, which is odd. Maybe I can finish coloring. Yeah, I can. There we go. So that this is a 6, this is a 4. We get the 4 and the 6. We get the 4 and the 6 here. This is a 3, and we're done. All right. Nice puzzle, PjoeterBliep. Thank you for joining the Sudoku Adventure team recently. Enjoy having new setters to explore new ideas. All right. Well-crafted puzzle. I enjoyed the coloring. I enjoyed then having to transition to the numbers before I could finish coloring. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.